Ready for the earthquake shaking Hallis Hall. Buckle up, Bears family. First, a key rookie drops during practice with no explanations. Is it a mistake or a recurring tragedy? Second, an ex-rival running back might unlock our offense. But his glass. Hip begs caution. Third, a fifth-round CB has coaches yelling, Al Harris 2.0. Emergency, opportunity, or miracle? Stay tuned. This defines the Caleb Williams era. Subscribe now and crush that like, or be left in the dark while others dominate. The Bears conversation. Are you going to miss it? What's going on, Bears family? The news just hit us like a runaway linebacker. Luther Burden III, our second-round rookie receiver, went down during Saturday's practice and didn't return. Is this a red flag? I definitely think so. The incident happened during 7-on-7 drills, when Burden was chasing a deep pass. Although he managed to get up on his own and walk, he was seen clutching his upper body. Coaches immediately took him to the sideline, and more worryingly, he didn't come back for the rest of the day's drills. What's bothering me about this situation? Offensive coordinator Declan Doyle flat out refused to give details, saying he would defer all injury questions to head coach Ben Johnson. Convenient, right? Especially when Johnson isn't scheduled to talk to the media until after May 20th. That's more than 10 days of absolute mystery. Let's be clear here. Luther Burden III isn't just any receiver. He's a cornerstone for Caleb Williams' development. This kid was picked for his explosiveness and ability to make plays after the catch. Doyle himself described him as an explosive athlete, and one of the best we've evaluated in this process. I have to ask, why on earth are we putting our valuable rookies in risky situations during a minicamp? I'll tell you this is exactly the kind of management that's kept the Bears out of the elite for decades. If it turns out to be something serious, it would be a catastrophe for our offensive plan. But here's the detail no one is mentioning. Burden had an inconsistent performance before the injury. He dropped a short pass near the sideline after getting separation from the coverage. However, he also had an impressive deep catch. Were these inconsistencies related to some previous physical discomfort? I think it's very possible. And here's my biggest concern. If Burden is injured, our receiving room is compromised. DJ Moore and Keenan Allen are exceptional veterans, but we need that third explosive receiver to diversify our aerial attack. Without Burden, our offense becomes much more predictable, and that's exactly what Caleb Williams does not need in his first year as a pro. I ask you, are we doomed to repeat the same rookie development mistakes we've seen time and again in Chicago? I sincerely hope not. This organization needs to better protect its investments. Now, let's move on to something that could completely change our Bears' offensive landscape. According to Jeffrey Chadiha of NFL.com, Chicago is seriously considering signing running back J.K. Dobbins, formerly of the Chargers. And let me tell you, this could be the smartest move management has made in a while. Why Dobbins over Nick Chubb? Age is the key factor here. Dobbins is 26 years old, while Chubb will turn 30 in December. In NFL running back terms, that's practically a generational gap. And considering the rebuild we're doing around Caleb Williams, youth should be a priority. Let's analyze the numbers. Dobbins had an impressive 2024 season with the Chargers. In 13 games, he amassed 905 yards on 195 carries and scored 9 touchdowns. He also caught 32 passes for 153 additional yards. Do you know what this means? Versatility, folks. Exactly what our attack needs. Imagine for a moment a backfield combination with DeAndre Swift and J.K. Dobbins. Who on earth could adequately prepare to defend against that? I'll tell you, absolutely no one. We'd be talking about two elite runners who can attack in different ways, keeping defenses constantly guessing. But here's the elephant in the room. Dobbins' injury history. Torn ACL in 2021, another knee injury in 2022, and a torn Achilles in 2023. That's worrying. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. However, if we can get him on a low-cost contract, the potential benefit far outweighs the risk, I ask you, don't you think our medical team can properly manage Dobbins' workload to keep him healthy? I firmly believe they can. With a smart rotation system between him and Swift, we could maximize the impact of both while minimizing the injury risk. Additionally, think about how this complements the rest of our acquisitions. We've rebuilt our interior offensive line and added pass catchers in the draft, Colston Loveland and Luther Burden III himself. Adding Dobbins would complete an attack that could absolutely explode this season. My honest opinion is that Ryan Poles needs to close this deal now. We can't let another team beat us to it. The window to win with a quarterback on their rookie contract is narrow, and every decision counts. Dobbins could be the missing piece to turning this offense into a true nightmare for opposing defenses. And now, Bears family, let me tell you about our draft's hidden gem, Zah Frasier. This fifth-round chosen cornerback is creating an impressive buzz at the rookie camp, and it's not just because he's big and fast, it's because he's showing flashes of one of the best defenders who have graced the NFL fields. Do you want to know who he's compared to? None other than Al Harris, two-time Pro Bowler and one of the toughest cornerbacks the game has seen. And guess who's personally coaching Frasier? Al Harris himself, who is now our defensive pass coordinator and defensive backs coach. Defensive coordinator Dennis Allen couldn't contain his excitement when he talked about Frasier. I think the most important thing is you have a big, long press corner who can run. He made a play today on the left sideline, and that's what we saw in him. Allen even made the direct comparison to Harris, citing his similar frame and potential. Are you grasping the magnitude of this? I ask you, when was the last time we had a cornerback with the perfect combination of size, speed, and mentality? I'll tell you, we have to go back years. And now, we have one that's being shaped directly by a master of the craft. Frasier himself acknowledges the opportunity he has. He's been helping me, for sure. Elevating my stance, not being too low when I'm in press coverage and things like that. Being coached by him is really a blessing. This is exactly the attitude and humility we look for in our rookies. What impresses me most is how Frasier is already applying these lessons. During Saturday's practice, he made a standout play against receiver John Jackson in press coverage. When asked about it, Frasier explained, "I was in press coverage. He gave me a good release. I held him and just played according to my technique. I didn't panic." And there's the key, folks. He didn't panic. Do you know how rare it is to have a fifth-round rookie with that composure? I think it's exceptional. In his last season at UTSA, Frasier recorded 6 interceptions and 9 pass breakups. Those are first-round numbers, not fifth. And here's my bold prediction. Zah Frasier won't just be a rotation player this year. If he continues on this path, he'll be seriously competing for an outside starting spot before the preseason ends. Is this too optimistic? Maybe for some, but I see something special in this kid. People forget that some of the best cornerbacks in history were late picks. Richard Sherman was a 5th-round pick. Cortland Finnegan was a 7th. Sometimes, all it takes is the right combination of talent, work ethic, and coaching. With Harris as his mentor, Frasier has all the ingredients to surprise the league. Bears family, we've been through a whirlwind of emotions today. From Luther Burden III's concerning injury to the explosive potential addition of J.K. Dobbins and the surprising development of Zah Frasier. What do you think about how we're managing our rookies in practice? Do you think they should be more cautious with talents like Burden? About Dobbins, I want your honest opinion. Is it worth taking a risk on his injury history, or would you prefer we go for a more consistent veteran like Nick Chubb? Remember, every decision defines our immediate future with Caleb Williams. And regarding Frasier, do you dare to dream that we have the next great NFL cornerback emerging from a 5th round selection? Share your prediction for his rookie season. This is your Bears channel, built by fans for fans. If you want unfiltered analysis and the latest news before anyone else, subscribe now and activate the notification bell. And if this analysis has given you a new perspective, smash that like button See you in the next video, and bear down.